All right, gonna give this a few more seconds to start up here. Just making sure I'm connected on everything. Still waiting on one more of these to pop up. Sorry about that. All right, I think we are good. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Connected Community Health Support. I am running today's session, day 56 of our free bodyweight exercise program. And, excited to be here this morning, excited to have everybody here. And we're going to have a great workout today. So, for those of you who are new here, finding me for the first time, we are Connected Community Health Support. Our goal is to make health and fitness more accessible by breaking down some of the barriers to exercise, such as the cost of exercise, having to transport to a location, maybe having the equipment, all things of that nature. We're trying to break down those barriers by providing you a full body exercise routine that can be done from the comfort of your own home, no equipment, with only a little bit of space required. So all you're really going to need is an arm's length of space, really enough to spread your arms on. You should be good for today's workout. I know I don't have my fancy CCHS shirt on today. I actually forgot to do my laundry, so didn't have my shirt clean for today's stream, and wasn't going to be putting on a sweaty shirt. I like you guys, but not going to be doing that, wearing a sweaty shirt at 7:30 in the morning. So we're going to be getting into the workout here shortly, but a few things I want to talk about. First of all, we are on day 56, so if you are just finding this for the first time, this might seem a little bit intense. We are in the 45-minute workout portions of this program, so maybe you want to check out the link tree. Happy Face, good morning, good to see you. And so I just kind of wanted to say, if this does seem a little bit intense right now, I know we are at day 56, week 18, we've been going for a while. You might want to check out our YouTube, Facebook, check out the previous workouts. Fourth Dimension, really good to see you. It's been a while, my man. Good to see you. I don't know what's going on with my thing right now. Okay, sorry. All right, I think we're back up and running. But so I just want to say, I guess, sorry getting distracted by seeing you guys coming in, but really wanted to just say that, if you're looking for something a little bit different, maybe check out the YouTube, Facebook, check out some of our previous videos. But, if you're going to try to really keep this to a 45-minute workout today, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, but I do want to share one thing, which is our quote of the week. Setting a goal is not the main thing. It's deciding how you will go about achieving it and staying with that plan. And so, a goal without a plan is only a dream. So it's really important to set a goal, stick to that plan, and have a way of getting to your goal. Maybe it's a health and fitness goal, and maybe your plan to achieve that is show up to these streams 4 times a week, show up every time. And, I know we're doing it at different times, so it can be difficult. But, same thing, it doesn't have to be exercise related. It doesn't have to be workout related. Working out to the replays a lot this week. Tough to share jokes there. So here's a trio I put together. Let's hear it. When Chuck Norris finishes a workout, the gym takes a break. I like it. Yeah, no, I do. I know we're not at the replays and stuff every day a week. We do. When Chuck Norris does a push-up, he isn't lifting himself up. He's pushing the earth down. I like a happy face. It's good to hear some jokes in here in the morning. Yeah, no, I know. I wish we could be live more right now, but we all just have difficult schedules right now, so we're trying to break it up so we can kind of have some live sessions at everybody's kind of time period. But I know that can still be difficult, and I know the replays aren't. The greatest way to interact with us. Same thing. I know you still get the same workout. You can still work out along with us, but I know that interaction is a big part of it. And same thing, I enjoyed the interaction as well. So, but I know I've been talking a lot this morning. We're going to get into the workout here in a second. Let me make this a little bigger. Why is this up? All right, sorry. All right, so today, 45-minute workout, 8 exercises. Another great joke from Hatface coming in. Let's see. A few guys tried to follow Chuck Norris during a light workout while he was vacationing in Hawaii. It's now called the Ironman Triathlon. I like it. I like it, Happy Face. Good jokes this morning. Good start to my day. All right. So, now we got our morning laughs, and thanks to Happy Face, let's get a little bit of warm up before we get into this great workout today. And remember, topic of the week is sleep. I've been trying to talk about this during the stream. I'm actually going to be waiting to the end from now on because I get a little bit distracted trying to talk about both at the same time. But some great tips about circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock, and how we can, get into a better sleep pattern. So make sure you stick to the workout. You're going to want to stick around for these tips here at the end. But without further ado, let's get into the workout, everybody. So, first move of the morning, let's get the hips moving a little bit. So bringing the leg out, coming back in. I like to call these open and close the gate. Working on that external rotation and that internal rotation as we come back. Same thing, another thing with this, you don't got to get really high here. You can just keep this low, keep the hip moving as you're coming out and coming back in. Another great variation here is using the wall to help yourself get a little bit more range of motion. And then we're going to spend a little bit time here, a little bit more time during these warm-ups now that we're in the 45-minute sessions. And same thing, our moves are a little bit more intense. So, but nothing you all have not seen before. All right, hips feeling good. We are going to be doing a little bit more lower body, but let's work on a few other things first. We're going to work on the mid back. So this one I like to think, standing in a strong position like you're driving a bus, and you're going to rotate one arm back, try to keep the other arm still. Switching sides each time, really trying to open up that mid back called the thoracic spine. Involves almost all of our rotational movements, so really important to get this warmed up. And we're going to do a few more. And great job, everybody. Shake that out a little bit. We're going to work on the neck. So this is going to be going in full circles. Remember, we're just warming up here. You don't got to go super full range of motion. Just work within the range of motion you got. I'm probably going about, 70%, 65% as far as I could go if I was really trying to bring my head to my shoulder. So that's what I say. I'm just warming up the range of motion. Reverse the direction. Same thing. I know, especially in the morning, I personally sleep on my stomach, so I'm always sleeping in my head, pointing to one side. So sometimes my neck gets a little stiff in the morning. And another, this one we're going to be pointing our fingers down to the ground and moving the head left to right, trying to look behind us without moving our body at all. Same thing as another one where you just can kind of be moving through. Maybe not so much forcing the range of motion. You do really want to try to look behind you, but same thing. Just getting things loosened up a little bit here. All right, neck feeling good. We're going to go back to the legs a little bit. Same one. You can do this one from a seated position, sitting from the couch, or you can do this from a lying down position. I'm going to show from the seated position. So just going to be right here, just extending that leg and coming back. I like to think, pretending like you're trying to kick a soccer ball as light as possible. Really just slow, controlled range of motion. Same thing, you can go from the wall and do it from a standing position. Or my favorite way to do this one is from a lying down position, because you kind of got to go against gravity as well. And same thing. Same motion, just extending the leg. And there's going to be times with the knees bending when we're doing the squat and the hinge and different movements such as that. So I think this is a good way to really just get this basic motion of the leg warmed up before we get into some of these more intense moves. All right, switch up the leg if you haven't already. Good work, everybody. So then keep moving through. I know this is a little bit of a new move for the warm-up. Same thing. It is something we are going to be doing. Ignore that timer. I'm going to be shutting that off in a second. Give me a few more reps. All right. Turn that off. All right. Sorry. Almost done with the warm-up. We just want to make sure we're getting everything warmed up properly for this workout today. My leg's feeling a little bit better now. So same thing. We're going to be working on the shoulders now a little bit. So we're going to start with some small circles going forward, warming up the shoulder capsule. As mentioned previously, this is a completely full body workout. We're going to be hitting all the major movement patterns: squat, lunge, push, pull, hinge, core, you name it. We're going to get it all done today. Let's reverse the direction. The same thing, we really want to spend a little bit of time going through this warm-up. The same thing, even the first round oftentimes can still be a little bit of a warm-up. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty intense. Same thing, especially early in the morning, it might just take you a little bit extra. And now let's open it up really wide. Same thing, really trying to keep it to this time restriction. So trying to keep a, good warm up, but still reasonably short, just to keep everything back on track. Great job, everybody. Keep making those big circles. We're going to be going the other direction now. Just going to be doing a few more, and then we're going to get into the business here. All right, shake that out a little bit. I'm feeling good. I hope you are too. Remember, we're going to be getting into the workout. Full body, no equipment needed, arm's length of space. And, there's some good variations that you might want, a chair or a couch, depending on how you're feeling today. But without further ado, the first move of today's workout, now 3 times through, 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds of rest. So, a few variations. We can this one is called a floor touch. We can do just, reaching down to the ground. You can keep the hands on the hips. And same thing, just reaching down to the ground. Maybe you're still kind of warming up. You don't got to go all the way down to the ground. Work within your range if you're feeling like that's a good depth. Another variations way to mix this one up a little bit is we can do with a single leg kind of step back. Same pattern, more single leg dominant, or new variation for this week, put the foot up against the back of the couch. Same thing, just reaching down to the ground like you're picking that object up off the ground. That's the variation I'm going to be going with me. Follow along. 45 seconds. Let's get after it today, people. I got to turn the timer down. Don't start yet. I lied. All right. Sorry. Jeez. I have technical difficulties, everybody. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, I'm losing my balance. Same thing. I'm trying to keep a flat back, as you can see. Common thing here is kind of let the back just bend. Still try to maintain that good spinal alignment. Keeping the core working. Same thing, just reaching down to the ground. Same thing, this is the first move. I'm still kind of getting my range of motion, getting my hamstrings ready a little bit. Same thing, go at your own pace. Work with what's comfortable for you. That's really the key thing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Really good job with that one. Floor touch is done. Next one, we got our alternating bent over row and reach. So just how that floor touch, we're getting into that flat back bent over position. I'm going to be trying to find that same position. You're going to be reaching down to the ground, alternating arms, reach down, and then pull up. You can see I'm reaching, pulling, show from the front. Same thing, strong bent over position. One arm is rowing, the other arm is reaching. Keep that strong stance. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, 45 seconds. Remember, the faster you go, the more intense this is going to be. You can also give it a little bit of a hold at the top when you're reaching. Just some different variations you can do. You can be working on form. You try to make this more cardio-based by really, picking up the pace with it. Or same thing, I know this can be pretty difficult to hold that position on the lower body. So another variation to mix this up. Same thing, maybe you want to just go one arm at a time. Maybe you want to do a few reps and kind of, support yourself with your arm. Nothing wrong with that by any means. 3, 2, 1, and done. Same thing, I know a lot of full body exercises, you were just doing some hinges. So, holding that position can be pretty intense on the lower body. So good way to mix it up. We got a pull to press combo coming up next. So going to be looking like a 80s disco move coming across the body. What they used to tell me, it's like you're unsheathing a sword. Like you got a sword and you're trying to come across the body, trying to keep the arm close to the body. And then we're going to be switching halfway, reaching across, coming diagonal. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Doesn't matter what side you start with. I'll let you know when to switch. Same thing, it's not one where I like to think I'm standing in a strong, stable position. Your knees aren't completely bent, but I like to think if you were in a stand-up position where nobody could push you over, how would you stand? That's kind of what I like to think. Strong, stable position. And let's switch it up. Other side now. I can say personally, this one feels really great on my shoulder. Coming diagonal across is one of the tougher motions for our shoulder, and it's pretty neglected on an everyday use, I might say. 3, 2, 1, and down. Pull to press, or D1, is what it's often referred to, is completed. So that means we got a little bit more of a complicated move coming up. So there's going to be knee to elbow, a little bit of pattern. You're going to go foot back, heel forward, foot back again, and then to the opposite knee. So foot back, heel forward, foot back to the knee. Foot, heel, foot, knee. Foot, heel, foot, knee. So a little bit of more step in it. Same thing, another one, we're going to be switching halfway through. A little bit complicated, but stick with me. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step the foot back, bring the heel forward, step it back, and same thing. Once you start getting into a rhythm of it, it'll get a little bit more easy. This is one of those moves where it can oftentimes be a patterning difficulty. It's just harder to get in a rhythm. You just got to get a few reps to kind of get it down. Switch to the sides. Same thing, stepping back, heel forward, step back, bring to the elbow. Find your pace, find your intensity. Same thing, I know this can be pretty difficult for your balance. Nothing wrong with grabbing on to the wall. 3, 2, 1, and down. Sorry, we went a little bit over on that one. Getting some bonus exercise in here today. Really great job with that one. Should probably do that looking towards the camera so I don't lose track of time. But anyways, squats coming up next. One of the most fundamental movement patterns. Every time you sit down and stand up, you're going to be doing a squat, whether you call it that or not. So one variation here, sit down and stand up. Don't make it more complicated than it is. That's all squatting is. Or same thing, pretend you're sitting in that invisible chair and stand back up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, there's different variations. As I showed you can sit down on the couch and stand up. Same thing, you can also control the depth here. You know, maybe it's going to feel good for you to go all the way down, or maybe you're feeling good, you know, going a quarter of the way down. Find your range. That's really all that matters. I don't care what physical fitness level, what mobility level you are at. If you are working at a level that's challenging for you, you're going to get better. That's the key thing. Maybe for somebody to get better, they're going to have to go all the way down. Maybe for someone else to get better, they only need to move an inch, and they're going to be making improvements. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Main key there is just working out, exercise, fitness. It's all very individualized. I said this a long time ago, but to get adaptation, it's going to take an elite marathoner, you know, hundreds of miles a week to improve their physical capacity or their aerobic capacity. For someone like me, I'm going to improve by running 1 mile a week. So same thing, what's beneficial for somebody, what they need for improvement is different from what I need for improvement. And so keep that in mind when you're working out. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. So push-ups coming up next. I know it's a little bit of a rant. Push-ups, you can go from the wall, from the floor, from your knees. Doesn't matter how you do it. Find what works for you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. I know that wasn't a great demonstration. There is some more variations which I'll be showing, such as if you're not feeling comfortable doing a full push-up yet, you can just push yourself away from the ground. Maybe you just want to hold the top position. Maybe you want to hold a halfway position, just pushing from the ground on the bottom. These isometrics, which are just stationary, holding a position, can also be very beneficial for your strength, for your muscles. And same thing, if you don't want to go from the wall, but you want something a little bit less challenging than the floor, you can always go from the edge of the couch. Great variation. Push yourself away. 3, 2, 1. Great job with the push-ups, everybody. Getting into the home stretch here of the first round. We got alternating snow angels. These are a tough one, I'll tell you that. So 2 variations. This from the bent over position. Same thing, I like to find this by just kind of letting that hand slide down. You can see I get into a nice flat back position. Arms going to be starting in front. Oh, this will be better from the... Same thing, alternating, coming up to the side, or we can do same thing from the ground. If you don't have anything in your way like me, arms straight up. Same motion. Just doing it from the ground. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, in my opinion, from this prone position. The same thing. Another thing is that, you know, if you feel like you got to keep the arm on the ground, let it relax at the end, that's completely fine. But I'm going to challenge you here to try to keep those hands off the ground for the whole move. Great job here. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Happy face coming to the chat. My countertop makes a good point between the wall and the floor. I hold a couple cloths to cushion my palms, get better range of motion of being on the floor, more intense of doing them all. That's awesome, happy face. Really, that's what it's all about. Finding that variation that works for you. And the same thing. Maybe you find something that's a little bit lower that'll be like, hey, you know, this is more intense than what the variation you're doing. Simply just building it up. The closer you get to the floor, the harder it's going to be. But same thing, you don't want to sacrifice your form, your good range of motion, as you're saying, you know, for, you know, doing a different variation. But sorry, we're going to take a quick pause. I got distracted not a long pause. I just want to give enough to demo this move quick. It's a little bit different. So one variation is going to be, you're going to be pushing your hands into the wall. I know this isn't the greatest position. I might just try to show this in the air. So you're going to be kind of leaning into the wall. Imagine there's a wall right here. We're going to pretend like there is. You're going to be leaning in on your toes a little bit. And same thing, you're just going to be pulling one arm away from the wall, pulling the other one. Imagine there's a wall in front of me. Same, that's going to be the wall variation. You should be feeling that in the core, feeling that in the shoulders a good amount. Pretty much as soon as you come up off the wall. And same thing with the push-ups. The further you are away from the wall, the harder that one's going to be. For alternating bear crawl one, really tough move here. One of the toughest we've had in here, to be honest with you all. So don't be discouraged. I can barely make it through this one myself. So same thing, you're going to be all four position. See, my knees are coming about an inch off the ground. And same thing, you're just going to be pulling an arm off the ground. It's going to force you to stabilize the core, hips, shoulders, all that good stuff. Get yourselves ready. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to be going from the ground. The same thing, the longer of a hold you do, the harder this is going to be too. The same thing, you can go a little bit faster, it'll be a little bit more calorie burning. Same thing, find that variation that works for you. Definitely, besides maybe the inchworms or the bear crawl walks, which were a while back, I think these are probably the toughest move. 3, 2, 1. Great job with that one, everybody. Definitely feel the burn there. All right, that means we are back to the top. I'm going to grab my water. I promise this is water. No, it looks weird drinking out of a solo cup. 8 o'clock in the morning. But floor touches coming up. Remember, a few variations. You can just reach down to the ground, like you're deadlifting, like you're picking that object up off the ground. Slight knee bend, let the hips come backwards. Say that you can put the foot on the wall or the floor, whatever works. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Then I'm reaching down to the ground, like I'm picking up that object. Another common flaw with this one is really locking out the knees. So you can see if I lock out the knees, my hips really can't go back that far. That's going to cause me to bend. I have a little bit more bend in the low back. Same thing, we'll try to keep just a slight knee bend. Same thing, I'll let the hip glute sit back a little bit more. Some people say, keep the weight in your heels. That can kind of help people keep the hips back. 3, 2, 1. Really good job. Alternating bent over row or reach and row. So remember, same thing, getting in that flat back hinge position. Reaching down and coming back up. I just want to make a quick note for anybody watching this live, or especially for the people watching this recorded. I know when I'm live here, I'm going to be able to see things, respond to things in the chat. This says replay in the title. When you are watching this, I will not be there. I will not be ready to answer comments. Just want to give a heads up. We're going to go the exercise in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The same thing, we highly suggest that everybody wants to connect with us, maybe has some questions, comments, or concerns, reach out to us on social media, send a message. We'd love to help. We'd love to answer you. We just are not sure how to respond to comments during those replay sessions, especially when we are replaying on Twitch, literally probably 20, 22, 23 hours a day. We're going to be replaying on Twitch. So, we don't have anybody that can just sit there for 24 hours a day watching the stream, sadly. But 3, 2, 1, And done. Great job with that. So I just want to get that out there because we do see, I think even so far this week, we've had 30 comments during our replay streams. There's a lot of people chiming in saying something, but we have no idea what anybody said, sadly. It's just been a slightly frustrating flaw, but we don't really know how to work around it. So trying to get you to work around a little bit by sending us a message instead is you would like. But just want to get that out there. Great job with that one. We got our pull press. Same thing, like you're pulling the short out. A little bit of a more overhead press mode. That's what we're calling this, a pull press or D1. Remember, switching halfway through. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And also just wanted to make a quick announcement. Remember, Friday, our weekly newsletter is going out. We're going to be talking about policy change and how important that can be, how you can go about creating policy change in your community and what that might look like. And we're going out on our blog at connectedchs.com this Friday, switching sides. So just want to let you all know about that. You're not going to want to miss out. Now this week on sleep, our blogs are going to be going out about a week out from, the week it was streamed. The same thing, I know policy was last week. This week is sleep. We're going to be doing our policy this week, sleep next week. We are done with that movement. Great job, everybody. Same thing. I know policy isn't as close to home as some of these other topics. The same thing, great way to make significant impacts in your communities and take advantage of windows where you can make change. But anyways, enough of that. Sleep is the topic of the week. I'm going to be giving some tips about that later at the end of the stream. But I'm going to hold you out. Make sure you stay with me if you want those tips. So remember, elbow to knee combo now. So foot back, heel forward, foot back to the elbow. Same thing, I'll be moving through this. So I feel smoother. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I can say for myself, same thing, always go at your own pace. I can say for myself, this rhythm is feeling a little bit more smooth now. So I'm picking up the pace a little bit. Remember, toe, heel, toe to the elbow. Great job. Switching sides. I'm going to do it this way so I don't mess up and go over the camera. Great job, everybody. Come on, keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Great job. I'm going to bonus one because why not? Great job with that. We are officially halfway through the workout today, everybody. That means squats are coming up. Remember, just pretend like you are sitting in that chair, coming back up, pretending like I have a chair behind me. Difference from the hinge or bending over, hips are going back. You see I have a flat back, hips going back, squat, hips going down. Slight difference, as you can see, my whole body is lowering where hinge, hips going back. Just wanted to clarify that. But same thing. Remember, you can just sit down and stand up. That's the variation I'm going with. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. I'm still doing the squat. I'm sitting down. I'm standing up. I'm using my couch. I'm making this as transferable to real life as possible by doing the most used squat probably of our whole life. Sitting down and standing up. Great job, everybody. Just a quick tip, not a quick tip, quick fact, I guess, about squatting, sitting down, and standing up. That, they say that this is one of the most limiting factors of people's lives for their own independency. Sorry, 3, 2, 1. But, if you are not able to sit down and stand up, even if you can now, something you want to keep being able to do throughout your life, it can greatly reduce your independency if you don't not have the ability to sit down and stand up. So if you're going to be strong enough to do one thing in your life, I suggest it's to be sitting down and standing up. Reminds me, we got push-ups coming up next. That just reminded me of one thing one of my teachers told me. He said the only thing in life you need to be strong enough to do is to get to and from the toilet. He said that's about as much leg strength as you need to get through life. And you know what? He's kind of right, he says. But all right, push-ups coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing. I know obviously people want to be strong for other reasons, but I mean, he's kind of got a point. Remember, find the push-up variation that works for you. Personally, for 45 seconds, I know my form doesn't feel great. If I'm going for my toes, I feel a good challenge going for my knees. And so this is what I'm going to keep working with. I encourage you to do the same. Find that variation that works, that feels good for you. We have 5 more seconds. And done. Great job, everybody. Really good job. So alternating snow angels, next move coming on up. So this one is going to be, remember, find that flat back position. I like to find it. Bringing the hands down, I got flat back, palms out in front. And bringing them up, trying to meet the hand each and every time. Remember, 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds of rest. Still got a little bit of time, but we're getting going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keep it up, everybody. And same thing, another modification for this one. Remember, you can do one arm at a time. Maybe you want to do a few reps at a time. Support the body with the hands, the same thing. It can be difficult to hold that position for the whole time, especially when we're doing a lot of leg movements and everything before this. Great job. Keep it up, everybody. 10 more seconds. Come on. I know you're working hard behind that screen. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Great job. I just want to say, as always, if today's workout is feeling a little bit too intense for you, remember, we are at day 56. We've been going for a while now. Make sure you check out the YouTube, the Facebook, link tree in the bio. We got days 1 through 56 all up there for you to do on your own time, on your own liking. No equipment, completely body weight. Always getting a good workout. So last move here, alternating bear crawl. Oh, wait, I lied. No, we do have alternating bear crawl. I didn't lie. So remember, going from the wall, you're just pulling that arm off. The further you are, the harder it's going to be. You should be feeling in the core, arms a little bit right as you move into that. Sorry, technical difficulties. But same thing also if you're going from the ground. Remember, all 4 position, knees a little bit off the ground. Same thing, you're going to be alternating for a few seconds. Get ready. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then we're going from the ground. Do the variation that works for you. Same thing. The longer you hold, the harder this is going to be. As you can see, I'm not going to be talking much during these ones. These ones are pretty tough, if I don't say so myself. 10 more seconds. Come on, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. 2 rounds down. 1 more to go. Stick with me, everybody. We still got 30 seconds. Get a drink, take a quick break if you need it. So remember, floor touch coming up next. bending over, reaching to the ground. Same thing, if you want, try variation with a foot on the wall, foot on the edge of the couch. Same pattern, just with single leg. It's going to be a little bit harder. Do what works for you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Great work, everybody. Just reaching down to the ground, coming back up. Oh, I'm losing my balance. Keep it up, everybody. Come on, 20 more seconds. I know you got it in you. The home stretch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, everybody. Alternating, bent over, reach to row is next. Just remember, strong, bent over position, reaching to the ground, and bringing that elbow back up. Try to keep the elbow, don't want to be driving up, too high up here. Try to keep it right to the side, tight to your side. Wait, everybody get ready. We got 10 more seconds, and then we're going to be working on our reach to row combo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then work on my strong bend over position. I'm going to be picking up the pace a little bit. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like making this one a little bit more aerobic. Same thing, pace yourself. I know we're in the last round, but same thing. You still want to pace yourself. You still got 6 more exercises after this one, 45-second apiece. So find your intensity. Good work, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Great work. Definitely feeling that one in the hamstring, in the shoulders, in the back. Great move. All right, pull the press. Remember, we're going to be switching halfway through with this one. Looking like that 80s disco move, coming across the body. Coming back out, same thing, other side. Let that shoulder come across, like unsheathing the sword. Sometimes as it's called. You still got 15 more seconds though. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Coming across the body, each and every rep. Same thing, back of the hand facing out, and same thing, back of the hand facing towards the wall when you finish. Finishing that what's called external rotation of the shoulder. All right, switch sides. I think this is another one where I like to think that I'm standing in a strong position where nobody can push me over, just so I know I have a strong base, good core movement. Work 3, 2, 1. Going to call the disco move the staying alive. It seems appropriate right now. I like that one for us. Hey, we got to get that old classic music going with it too. But, same thing. I know we're getting to the home stretch. Come on, push through, pace yourself. Same thing. If you got to modify some moves, don't feel bad about it. These are tough workouts. I don't care what fitness level you are at. So, next move, remember, elbow to knee combo. Another little bit of a dance move one here. Get that step back, heel forward, coming in with the knee. I don't know what dance move this is. Start breaking out the club, get a workout in at the same time. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, whatever leg you start with, doesn't matter. We're going to be switching halfway through. Really enjoying this one this week. This might have to be coming in here a little bit more often. Switch it up. Other side now. Same pattern. Opposite arm. Opposite leg. All right, this is how you go into the weekend. This is how you start off your Friday. 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Come on, 4 more moves. What do you got left? Don't quit on me now. Squats coming up. So remember, sit in that invisible chair. Come back up and same thing. Pace yourself. If you're feeling pretty gassy at this point of the workout, same thing. Take some time to go slow through these reps. Quality over quantity. And find what works for you. And you want to challenge yourself to stay within your range. Keep in mind, we still got 4 moves. So remember, find your variation. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, I'm pretending I'm sitting in that invisible chair. Same thing, maybe you really want to bring up the intensity. You can add some squat jumps. These are pretty intense. 45 seconds, you're going to be gassed. The same thing, just want to give some other variations. Maybe you're feeling like you didn't get a good enough workout today. And then, well, if you didn't get a good enough workout today, really this is guided for you to kind of push yourself with your intensity. The same thing, just a few more intense variations if you really want to do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy face coming in. Line dancing for the win. Trade the elbow, knee for the heel tap. Yeah, I mean, hey, still have fun and get a good workout. Start some CCHS dance classes on stream. Nah, I'm just kidding, but we could be getting there with a few of these moves. All right, push-ups coming up next. 3 moves, remember. From the wall, from the ground, from the knees, from the edge of your table, from your counter, couch, doesn't matter to me. But just remember, the closer you get the parallel to the ground, the harder it's going to get. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Just keep pushing them. 45 seconds. It's a long time to be pushing. If you're tiring out halfway through, maybe you just want to hold at the top. Maybe you want to just hold at the bottom. Find out what works for you. Come on, home stretch, 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Great job. So push-ups, always feeling it. 45 seconds of pushing, that's a long time. All right, snow, angels, and bear crawl. Last 2 moves. Finish strong. Remember, for the snow angels, strong, bend over position, flat back. So, sorry, I'm doing it wrong. 1 arm at a time, alternating. Snow angels. Or we could do this from the ground in a prone position. Same thing. This is a little bit different. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, try to keep those hands up the whole time if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Here we go, about halfway there. Great job, everybody. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Was doing a lot of pulling exercises yesterday. I will say, though, that one was a little brutal on the shoulder for me. But still a great workout. Great way to get myself moving on this Friday morning. All right, alternating bear crawls. Very last move. Show me what you got here. Remember, if you're going from the wall, as far as these hands are, the hard's going to be. Get up on your toes. A little bit of a pull away from the wall. Same thing, what you're doing on the ground. Just from the wall. Same movement pattern. You're going to be going from the ground. Knees an inch off the ground. Pulling up. Let's go, everybody. We're starting right now. Sorry, no countdown there. I was a little bit off schedule. Great job. Keep breathing. Keep moving through. It's a tough move. Come on, 10 more seconds. What you got in you? Three, two, one. Great job, everybody. Great workout today. Catch your breath, get a drink. Whenever you gotta do a cool down. So 45 minutes, no equipment, comfort of your own home, completely free, and you're still getting a great workout. I can say for myself, I train pretty regularly. This is still a very difficult workout for me. As long as you challenge yourself, as long as you find that challenge point, that's a good level for you. That's how you'll make improvements. That's how you'll keep making gains. But while I'm catching my breath, let's get into the cool down a little bit. Then I'll go over some of these sleep tips. But let's get the legs swinging a little bit. Swinging like a pendulum. Same thing, you can grab onto the wall for this one. Give yourself a little bounce. But same thing, you don't have to. If you're going to be doing it without the wall, I suggest swing your legs in coordination to help keep your balance. Same thing as you swing your leg forward, opposite arm goes forward with it. This kind of helps keep the rhythm. I'm going to be switching the leg, the same thing, nothing wrong with using the wall. This is a stretch, it's not supposed to be a workout. Oh. Good work, everybody. Same thing, remember this should be the cool down. The heart rate should be coming down, breath rate coming down. Just some light movement. Ooh, falling a little bit. All right, great job with that. Now let's do, I like to call these the self hugs. Give yourself a pat on the back. Just crossing the arm over. We did a lot of pushing, a lot of pulling. A little bit of dynamic stretch. Shake things out a little bit. Good work, everybody. All right. Now we're just going to be doing the same thing, but more of an overhead motion. Same thing, we can go into a split stance. So same thing, just one leg forward. Doesn't matter what you're going to be doing, both sides are going to alternate. Reach up from behind. Step the leg back. A little bit of a bend back, stretching out the shoulders, stretching out the back. Stretching out the hip a little bit. It doesn't have to be a super intense stretch. It's really kind of getting the arms overhead. Getting a little bit of stretch to the posterior chain in your back. All right, got a little bit more of that. We're just going to be working on the legs a little bit more. And we're going to be working on some, just be moving the leg out, kind of going from the side of the wall. Same for this one, I do definitely see this going to the wall, swinging the leg in front and bring it out to the side. Remember, you don't want this to be a workout. Don't be lifting the leg up super high here. Just going to let it lightly swing out from the side. I know I don't have a wall. I usually do use a wall for this. You can see my legs. That's why I use the wall. You can see the leg is like coming across the body. Same thing, be in control here. So then I'm going switching from the other side now. Sometimes this could feel iffy on the leg that's not working on the knee. So same thing, don't go super out of control with this swing. I was going to do a few more reps. All right, awesome job. Let's finish things off with some breath work while I talk to you about some of the great sleeping tips. But for the breath work, we want to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You should feel your stomach expand a little bit when you inhale. And then as you blow the air out, all the air coming out of your stomach, out of your chest. And so same thing, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want you to take 10 deep breaths like that. Really important for getting our body into this relaxive state. So now while you guys are doing this, first of all, I want to say thank you all for being here. Really appreciate that. But I have a little bit more for you guys today. You waited so patiently. I'm sure that was your, reason for coming here, because you wanted these sleep tips, right? So let's give them to you. I'm just joking. You probably didn't come here for that. You probably came here for the workout. Maybe you came here for me. Probably not. Probably came for the workout. But so I want to do just a little bit of a chat about circadian rhythm. So circadian rhythm, it can be your body's internal clock. This is kind of, for everything that's going on, sleeping, waking, hunger, digestion, hormone regulation really runs on your circadian rhythm. This is your clock, your internal clock that kind of, times these mechanisms, times, these things, these bodily processes that, you're usually not aware of. So, for example, when you are waking, your body releases cortisol, which is a hormone that makes you, feel more awake, more alert. And then, as natural sunlight and things go away after you wake up, you're supposed to be getting, more tired as the day goes on. And so why that's important is because our internal clock, our circadian rhythm, is often dictated by our environment, by our lifestyle choices. So, for example, our body doesn't know what time of the day it is. It usually bases this off things we do. So, say times when you're getting a lot of natural light exposure, say, during the day, our body realizes we're getting a lot of natural light. It's kind of realizing, okay, this is daytime. This is when we're alert. This is when we're awake. And then towards night, when things are dark, we're not getting light exposure anymore. Our body is like, hey, it's nighttime. It's time to go to bed. Starts releasing things like melatonin, which induces relaxation, reduces alertness. But, same things like habits such as, having cell phone, having blue lights in the room can kind of, alter your circadian rhythm because, maybe now it's the end of the day and your body's like, hey, it's still daytime. Look at all this light I'm getting. It's not time to release these hormones to, induce bedtime because your body is, maybe it's like, doesn't know exactly what time it is. It's basing this off your habits. And same thing, maybe if you're really amped up and, awaken things at night, could be because of your habits and things during the day. And so some suggestions in the research, they kind of reset your circadian rhythm, this internal clock, is to increase your natural light exposure during the day. So for example, even maybe when you're at work, having the window open where you're getting that natural light exposure So your body is, becoming more accurate with its internal clock. Even some things such as like having consistent meal times. So say if you kind of get in a cycle of eating breakfast and dinner at the same times every day, this can kind of help, set your circadian rhythm because your body is getting more in a routine, releasing the certain chemicals and hormones at specific times and stuff each day. So it's just that exercising at a consistent time each day can also help with the circadian rhythm. And lastly, some studies, I know it's a little bit on the extreme end, but they say that actually, camping, being completely outside in nature can really help reset your circadian rhythm. They did a research study where they had college students camp outside in the woods over a week. They measured their circadian cycle before going off into the woods and after going off into the woods. And they found that after spending a week in the woods, they got an average of 13 extra hours of sunlight exposure, which is pretty crazy. And they started waking earlier, going to bed sooner, and their body was actually releasing the sleep hormone, one of the sleep hormones, melatonin, which helps you, get into that relaxed state. It was releasing this on average about 2.6 hours, pretty much 2.5 hours earlier than they were before this camping excursion. So just really reiterating how our bodies really our internal clock is really based off these, cycles of light of day and night. So sometimes just being in nature, getting that exposure to that natural light can be very beneficial for resetting that sleep cycle, resetting your circadian rhythm. So just want to kind of share a little bit about that. We are going to have a lot more detail about this with the research studies, all that good stuff in the blog post coming out next week. Remember, thank you, happy face, good to see you. And same thing, we're gonna have more information about that in the blog post coming out next week. We're doing policy this Friday. Make sure you stay tuned for the sleep. We're gonna have a lot of good resources, important information. And as always, maybe you want just a few extra tips, kind of in the same style I was going through. Make sure you check out Seth and Adam's and my own previous videos from this week where we broke down sleep in the end of the stream. But, that is all I have for you today. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. It's been great having you. Okay. We're getting spammed with bots. That's interesting. All right, going to turn the chat off, even though we're pretty much done with the stream. But, yeah, interesting. Or fourth, you messaged in there before the bot came in. I've been missing in action, but I'm back. Really enjoyed the workout. I'm great to be back. It's great to see you back, fourth. I know, same thing. We're missing you. I haven't seen you in a while. But, hey, things get busy, man. We get off track, but really glad to see you back in here and enjoying the workout still. So that's really great to hear, man. Really great to hear that. And, again, it's been great being here. I had a really great workout today. I hope you all did as well. And I still can see the chat coming in. I just turned it off the screen because this bot was spamming Discord links and numbers in the chat. So, but anyways, really thank you all for being here. Really great stream today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, I know the schedule's been a little confusing. I hope to see you guys back. Remember, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday. Monday, 7:30 a.m., Tuesday, 12 p.m., Thursdays, 5:30 p.m., and back to 7:30 a.m. on the Fridays. And as always, restreams always available. Facebook, YouTube, you name it. Check that link tree in the bio. But once again, thank you all for being here again. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate the support. Jacob signing out for the rest of the day. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend. Have you too, fourth dimension, just all out in the chat. But all right, everybody have a good day. Jacob signing out.